Hi, this is JC from Mindfulness Matters. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of why we should think about what we're thinking about. If you listen to me at all, you'll know I say that a lot. So today I would like to discuss the fact that your perceptions indeed do become your reality. And please remember that this is not an overnight process. It's not as if the first time you perceive something, it's converted into a deep-rooted truth for you. It usually happens over a process of time. If you remember the other day, I shared with you the importance of taking care of your gateways and looking at what you take in your five senses. And this kind of piggybacks a little bit on that idea. So when you first have a thought and you're exposed to something in your environment, or even if it's something from your mind, you need to understand that these thoughts will eventually turn into perceptions. Perceptions will work themselves, if they are not challenged, will work themselves into beliefs, and beliefs, when they have time to nestle deeply into your brain, become reality. So if you look at this process very simply, it is thoughts, perceptions, belief, reality. That's the pattern things take to become into your mind, and then they're a lot harder to kick out once they've gone through that process. I'm going to share with you a funny example that I've told a lot of people in the past. So think about a child. If you are a 3-year-old and you are talking to this little 3-year-old about Santa Claus, first you start talking about what Santa is. You show the child pictures of Santa. You might read stories or watch shows about Santa. You go to the mall where Santa is, and this child starts to understand that these thoughts about Santa create perceptions about Santa. Be good, so Santa will come, right? We talk about reindeer on the roof, and we leave out cookies and milk. And so these perceptions turn into beliefs with some experience that aren't unchallenged, right? So pretty soon, when you have a 4 or 5-year-old, that child believes in Santa undoubtedly. You would never just tell a 5-year-old there's no Santa. You devastate the child, right? Once they've come to believe. So we look at what happens in change. We taught the child to believe that the North Pole is real, the reindeer, the elves are real, and that Santa's real, and he will give you presents. So fortunately, through cognitive development in children, they start to get to a point where they understand some of these concepts don't make sense with the reality they've also been exposed to, like perhaps gravity and time and space and Santa coming around the world. I remember when my daughter was probably about 11, one Christmas, she kept looking at the presents very thoughtfully. And she said to me, "Mom?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "How come you and Santa have the same handwriting?" So I did the thing that any good parent does, and I lied to her and told her that, you see, Santa had an emergency, and because he was short on time, he brought all the presents and asked me if I would take care of them. But clearly they were from Santa. That bought me one more year of Santa. After that, we didn't bother having the discussion anymore. What she had been exposed to in the world and understanding science and concepts of reality caused her to then shift her belief once again. So hopefully that example will kind of bring home a little bit to you how important it is to understand that you've got to think about what you're thinking about. Are you watching the news? Are you listening to other people's beliefs? I don't care if we talk about politics or faith or parenting techniques or relationship rules. Whatever it is that you're exposed to and you think about, if you don't question it and come up with conscious, purposeful decisions of your own, you will believe what you're exposed to. So perceptions do in fact become your own reality over time. And it's why people have such heated debates, because in some instances, there's no arguing what a person perceives. Please remember, think about what you're thinking about. Thoughts turn into perceptions, which start to form beliefs that constitute your reality. It's really important that we are being healthy in what's going on. And of course, we have some great skills to work this out. Remember, mindfulness matters. Think about it.